Hello, my name is Graham Elwood, and welcome to the Political Vigilante. Out of the shadows comes the light of truth. Oh boy. Today we're going to talk about Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, who in years past has done some good things. He gave a lot of money, a couple $100 million to his school back in New Jersey, I believe. He has said stuff like, I'm going to give up most of my billions of dollars to help the world and everything. And on, I believe it was February 16th, he released this whole statement on his Facebook page about building a community. And he said, are we building the world we want? And then kind of broke it down into what we need. We need supportive communities, and then how to do that. Safe communities, informed communities, civically engaged communities, and inclusive communities. Doesn't that all sound great? But this is the thing I am so fucking tired of, is this bullshit coming from the left. At least the Trumpers, the right-wing Trumpers, they're just flagrantly like, I'm a greedy dick. I just want money and fuck everybody else. What makes me even more enraged is this fake liberal bullshit. So Mark Zuckerberg, he buys I've heard reports of $100 million on up to $200 million. So I don't know what it is, but let's just say let's go low. Let's say it's only $100 million for a house and a mansion and a piece of property on the island of Kauai in Hawaii. So he builds a 6-foot fence around it, and he's blocking the view for certain people. This angers his neighbors. Just does that, buys a $100 million house and builds a 6-foot wall around it. And then there's a piece of Hawaiian land of law. A bunch of little parcels of land in the mid-1800s were given to native Hawaiians. And it's called, I think, like a quiet title. And so there's these little pieces of land that people still own, and legally they can walk on Zuckerberg's property. So what does he do? He files a lawsuit in January. Fuck you. Fuck you. He catches so much heat for it that he decides to withdraw the lawsuit. And he says, that it was a mistake, that I did not take the time to fully understand it's called the quiet title process. And I want to make blah, 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 welcoming us into your community, blah, 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 blah. So there's what it's called so he filed the lawsuit to force Hawaiians to sell him the small plots of land across he has 700 acres of property. These dozen plots of Kuleana, forgive me for not pronouncing that Hawaiian word correctly, which totals up to about 8 acres. So 8 of his 700 acres of land, he was going to try to fight. And he took so much shit for this, mainly in the Hawaiian press. People protested that he backed off and said, I'm sorry. And someone was like, oh, good for Mark for doing the right thing. No, fuck you doing the right thing. Filing a lawsuit and then realizing, oh, this is bad PR, that doesn't make you a good guy. It's like I broke into your home and I have bags full of shit that I stole, and then I decide to leave the shit for you. I'm not a good guy. I just woke up to doing the right thing in the middle of being an asshole. And what drives me so nuts on a lot of levels. First of all, I've been to Hawaii a bunch. I've never been to the island of Kauai. I've been to Maui twice, and I've been to Oahu a bunch of times. I've performed there. I've been a part of Mars Comedy. I've done this podcast, Guys with Issues, that James Monet has done. I have a friend from high school that lives there. And fucking dumbass Howleys from the mainland come there and pull shit like this, buy a big thing, buy a bunch of property and build a wall and fuck everyone else, and I'm rich and I get to do what I want. And first of all, you might not know, hey Graham, what's a Howley? A Howley is basically a white person from the mainland. And anyone that didn't grow up in Hawaii, but mainly if you're white, you're called a Howley. And if you were born and raised in Hawaii and you're white, you're still going to be called a Howley. Which is fine. It's not fine. I don't like going there. I've had to deal with a little bit of that racism. I don't like it, but I certainly understand it because it was a bunch of islands that were stolen from the Hawaiian people by the United States government. There's a great scripted film called Princess Kaiulani, and it's about what they call the Bayonet Revolution. A bunch of soldiers kept her in the palace there and forced her to sign over the property, basically to give the Hawaiian Islands to the United States government versus the royal family that owned it. So there's a lot of history of people not liking rich Howleys coming there and doing this kind of shit. And if you understand the aloha spirit is about being nice and kind to everybody. It's about working with people. It's about, I've learned about ohana, which is like family and the community working together and respecting your elders. And then just some rich billionaire dick. And I'm fucking tired of this. I'm posting something on Facebook like, oh, let's talk about community. It's bullshit. It's like a fucking bumper sticker. It's like someone with the coexist sticker on their Prius and then they flip you off in traffic. Oh, just coexist when? When you're at the farmer's market buying organic produce for your fucking yoga class? Fuck you. Mark Zuckerberg, you are full of shit. You know, this fucking story, you know what it could be about? It could be about Mark Zuckerberg and his wife come to Hawaii and they build $100 million community center for the homeless or something like that. They build schools for everybody. They just decided to give the people of Hawaii better education and better social services. That could have been the story. Do you really need a $100 million fucking resort? Come on, man. Like, you and your wife, with the money you make, you could come and stay in a nice resort and have the most amazing vacation in Hawaii that 99.9% of the population is never going to experience. You got to buy this and then you realized, oh, I'm going to look like an asshole and everyone's going to hate me, so I'm going to pull back and write this apology. I'm tired of your fucking empty promises. I'm tired of your fake liberal bullshit. It's like these fake ass Christians on the right, these fake fucking liberals on the left. I'm tired of your fucking bullshit. It's fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg. Fuck you, man. Don't write this whole fucking thing about community and how can we build community. What, why? Because Snapchat is cutting into your fucking brand or whatever, man? I don't, and understand what Hawaii is all about. Live the aloha spirit. There's t-shirts and stuff that say, relax, this isn't the mainland. That's another thing. People come to Hawaii and they say, oh, I live back in the States. And Hawaiians go, Hawaii is part of the United States. It's the 50th state. That's what the show Hawaii Five-0 was named for. It's the 50th state. Show some respect. Learn about another culture. You're being a dumb American in America. It's a unique, beautiful place. And why would you build a wall? Why wouldn't you be like, oh yeah, we could be hearing about the story about Mark Zuckerberg, buys this thing and he just lets people hang out and everyone gets to know him and knows who he is and everybody's cool, and you could be that story. But no, I'm a rich dick. I bought this thing that I don't need. I don't need two people don't need 700 acres of land, you asshole. And you don't need to build a wall. That was a dick move. And then you didn't need to sue everybody. And your fucking spin machine telling you, oh, I apologize. And it's just all blah, blah. Like, everyone's sick of everything. That's one of the reasons why Trump won, by the way. That section of America was sick of the bullshit. They couldn't see Trump's bullshit. But if you don't wake up and step back and look at the whole thing, everyone is sick of the bullshit. People are reacting differently to it. But I'm tired of this, man. Don't fucking post your fucking crap on Facebook. You know what? sell your place and give it to charity, and you and your wife go stay in a nice little 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom condo when you go on vacation to Hawaii. How about that? How about that? Do that, Mark Zuckerberg. This is Graham Elwood, Political Vigilante. Stop the bullshit.